Welcome back. This is Robert Quigley for the University of Texas at Austin's Social Media Journalism class. This module, Module 3, is about the tools and how to work the networks. Let's start off with mobile apps, because social media is pretty mobile. I personally like the HootSuite app for updating Twitter. It's easy, it's well laid out, and it's just a nice alternative to the official Twitter app. There are others out there, so experiment a little bit. Facebook app, as I said in a previous module, needs some help, and there's not a lot of good alternatives to it, but it's there. Pinterest app, I think that the problem with Pinterest is it's such a visual medium that you almost need a big screen to really show it off, so it doesn't really work as well on mobile. You can try it out though. The Google Plus app is pretty good, and it's really well done. I just wish more of my friends and family were there so I could use it more. Tumblr app is also very good. You could do just about anything you need to on Tumblr right from their mobile application. Foursquare app is great. Of course, Foursquare was made for mobile, so it makes sense that it would be there. It's a native. Checking into places sounds ridiculous, I know, but you should give it a try. For this class, you're going to have to enter tips, but you don't have to check in anywhere, but I do recommend experimenting a little bit. Instagram is fantastic. It is definitely the pinnacle, in my opinion, of social media apps. There's a reason why Foursquare paid $1 billion to acquire Instagram. I think it's because they're really good with their mobile app. So let's talk a little bit about TweetDeck. As I've said previously, there is a full demo of this that I did on Blackboard, so check that out. But the reason I like TweetDeck so much is that you can really separate out your columns here. It looks a little intimidating at first, but you can get a lot done. And if you're going to use Twitter professionally, you need to be able to use something like this to really keep track of everything going on at once. So you could see interactions with you could see hashtags, you could see direct messages, and you could see your tweet stream all at the same time from multiple accounts. Bitly is an important service, and we're going to use it in this class to keep track of all our links that we send out. So what it does is it shortens the URL. As you know, you only have 140 characters on Twitter, and you need to shorten it down so that you're not wasting all your space just on a link. And so this will shorten your links down and keep track of stats for you. You can see this dashboard screenshot from my own personal account. It's a little weak, but you know, I try. Google Analytics is really important. It's free. It keeps track of web traffic all across the internet. Many blog sites and news organizations use Google Analytics to get a feel for how people are interacting with their site. We're going to use it on Tumblr. It's really easy to implement, and it'll give us a nice little feel for whether we're picking up any steam with what we're doing. Klout. Klout is one of those things that I say it's for entertainment purposes only. The numbers, I don't know if they really mean anything. Yeah, I'm a 58. What does that mean? I've been on Twitter for a long time. I share, I think, in a pretty good way. And yet there's, people who are at 17 or 11 or 13 who I think do just as well. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. However, there are companies that are actually requiring a Klout score and making a decision on hiring you based on that. So that being said, we will play around with it a little bit in this class just to get a feel for what Klout thinks, how Klout thinks we're doing. TweetReach.com I really like. It has a free version and a paid version. We'll mess around with the free version for keeping track of analytics in this class. You could look at any words and therefore any tweet and see what kind of potential reach it has. It says accounts reach. It's really potentially. If everybody was paying attention at one time, that's how many people could have seen the tweet you see right there. That tweet is from Larry David, the comedian and TV personality, who posted one tweet ever and got a potential 51,000 people seeing it. This is Twitter Counter, which I used when I was at the Statesman quite a bit, just to kind of keep track of how many new followers we have. And you'll see a really big bump when there's breaking news, and it shows you day by day and up to 3 months for free, and I think 6 months once you pay some money to them. You can compare your account versus other accounts. Of course, gaining followers is not the #1 thing in social media, but it is something to keep track of. Facebook has their own insights. I wish Twitter had this for us to use for free as well. It's a nice way to see how many people are liking your page over time, whether people are actually interacting with your content, what type of people you're reaching, and it actually breaks down even down to demographics. So you get a really good feel for what age groups are seeing our content, and which sex, just about which locations they live in, just about anything you can think of. So it's nice to have that built-in analytics suite from Facebook. HootSuite is widely used by professional organizations to keep track of much more detailed stats on Twitter and Facebook. The problem with it is it does cost money to get any good stats, and so we don't have money to spend on analytics in this class. I just wanted you to be aware that it's out there. TweetStats is fun. Everything graphs out for you, and I like charts, and so you can look and see pretty much what hours that you are tweeting, what interface you use, who you talk to the most, and many, many other things. So it's just an interesting look at yourself or another account if you type in a different account name, so you can get an idea for what other people do as well. Social mention is tells you what people are sharing and how they feel about you. I typed in University of Texas up here, and this is what it gave me, including mentions on Twitter and Dig and elsewhere of the University of Texas. And then there's some numbers over there at the top left. You have to dig in a little bit to figure out what those really mean. But it's like, are people excited about you? Are they saying positive things based on their algorithm? Are they saying neutral things? What keywords are they using to find your content? And so it's very good for measuring the success or failure of a campaign. Well, that's it for this module, short one. So take the quiz, and thank you, and we'll see you next time.